Hey guys, Carsonial here, and I just got a pile of new little notebooks from Amazon this week that I wanted to share with y'all. My wife is probably wondering why I spent a small fortune on little pocket notebooks this week from Amazon, and why do I need more notebooks when I have a ton of notebooks. But if you're a notebook addict like me, then you probably get it. So what I've got here is I've got the little Moleskine pocket notebook, hard and soft. I've got the little Leuchtturm pocket notebooks, hard and soft. And I've got, new to me, the Leuchtturm B6 Plus, hard and soft. So let's switch the camera to my desk and I'll show you what these look like, answer any questions you may have, because I thought if I had questions about these, you probably might have the same questions about these notebooks. So let's take a look. So starting from the left side, this is the Moleskine pocket notebook. These are 3.5 by 5.5. Then in the middle we have the Leuchtturm A6, which is 3.5, but it's 5.9 inches. So you can see it's a little bit taller than the little Moleskine pocket notebook. And then this is the B6, which is 5 inches by 7.5. So let's look at these little Moleskines first. This did not come with a pin loop. I just added this, which, by the way, I'll put Amazon links for all 6 of these notebooks and the pin loop if you want that. But this first one is going to be the soft cover. The ones that I ordered this time are going to be the grid. I know there's some folks that don't care for Moleskine paper. I like it. It's 70 GSM, so it feels like normal paper. And in these pocket notebooks, I don't typically use a fountain pen. I use the Pilot G2 and a .38. So for me and my purposes, this works just fine. And I do kind of like the soft cover because it bends with your hand, or if you have it in your pocket, it bends with your pocket. I've only had this a little bit and I've already filled it up with a bunch of different stuff. I've enjoyed writing in it. I did write page numbers, as you can see there at the bottom right, because the Moleskines do not have page numbers. So the hard cover is going to be basically the same. I don't know why, but the paper color is just a little bit different. In the hardcover, it seemed a little bit brighter. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but you can see in both the grids are a fairly light ink. And both of the Moleskines, of course, just have one ribbon. They do have the pockets. All these have pockets in the back, which I never really use. The hard skin's definitely going to be a little bit more durable. But to be honest with you, I kind of like the soft cover in this particular notebook better. So that's that. Next, let's look at the Leuchtturm A6. And again, this one is going to be a little bit taller this way than the Moleskine. This is a soft cover. The Leuchtturm gives you 2 ribbons, which I cut these way too short. I kind of regret that. This is the standard length. You can see how long they are, you know, compared to the Moleskine. That's why I cut it, but gosh dang, I cut it way too short. Cool thing about the Leuchtturm though, these have 80 GSM, so it's a little bit thicker paper, and you get the page numbers, which is nice. It is pretty bright paper, but it is off-white. I'll show here, kind of compared to the Moleskine, it's pretty similar. The dots in this Leuchtturm are pretty faint, which I kind of like. I don't want them too dark. But check this out. So that's the soft cover. The hard cover, though, I got this one in the grid paper. I think the grids are a little bit darker than they are in the Moleskine. Let's look. I'll get this hardcover. Moleskine's on the top. I don't know, they're actually about the same. But what you may notice in the Leuchtturm compared to the Moleskine is on the Leuchtturm they have like this header up here where it says date, and then they have a footer down here. So if you count the squares, which I did, you actually get 2 extra squares on the Moleskine for the whole page. This one is going to have 2 less squares compared to the Moleskine, so just something to keep in mind. It does look a little cleaner with the header and the footer, But if you're looking to maximize your space, you may prefer the Moleskine. As far as the covers, they're pretty similar. The Moleskine is a little bit more textured. It looks like the Leuchtturm has a little bit of a smoother appearance. Trying to get the light to kind of show. That's the hard covers. I don't know why I keep wanting to say hard skins. And then here's Leuchtturm versus Moleskine in the soft cover. Pretty darn similar. All four completely cool little pocket notebooks. Oh, the elastic. I will say that the elastic on the Leuchtturms is better than the Moleskines. The Moleskines have a little bit more play in them, so win for Leuchtturm on that. So let's talk real quick about pages. So if you look on the description for these Moleskine pocket notebooks, it says 192 pages, but that's wrong. And how do I know that? Because I numbered each page, and there's actually 190 pages. So whether you get hard or soft, 190 pages. On the Leuchtturm, you can see here at the bottom that it has 123 pages. That's the soft dotted. Pretty sure this one was the same. The hardcover, oh, nope, looky here. So on the hardcover grid notebook, you do get extra pages. So 187 in the hard versus 123. You can see it is a little bit thicker. So again, if you're looking for something to keep in your pocket, you might want the thinner one that bends as opposed to a little bit thicker one. The Moleskines, however, are pretty much the same because the same number of pages. So next up, my new favorite notebook is definitely going to be this B6, and I will show you a regular A5 size notebook next to it so you can see the size difference. It's kind of a happy medium, you know, between a pocket notebook and an A5 size journal. Super handy size, super fun to write in. So I got two different ones. They're both Leuchtturm B6 Plus. However, the soft cover has less pages. It's got 123. And then I counted out the squares, and they are 24 by 34 squares on a page. I just really like the grid, the squared layout. Makes it easier to write on straight lines, but it also makes it easier when you're drawing lines. The paper just looks really nice. You can see there I've been writing some shark stuff in here about my consistency things. I've actually got a little course coming out before too long called the One Notebook Method, and it's how you can organize your whole life a year at a time into a little pocket notebook. So I'll be sending out some more information on that later. So I wrote in both the soft cover and the hard cover, and I love them both. The hard cover is going to give you more pages. See, you're going to get 219 pages with the hard cover. Let me show you the thickness difference. You can see it's pretty significant difference. But I noticed one thing that I did not like about the hardcover. So when I open it up, what do you notice about these grids? They're super dark. Look at the soft cover. They're light. So I did some research, and I think that this one was just kind of a one-off. I think it was just this batch that came out darker. So I actually ordered another one because I like it so much, just to see if the grids come in with a little bit lighter color ink. But I mean, look at the difference there. You can see that the hard cover on the top is way darker than this, which I prefer this lighter one. So just something to keep in mind. Let's actually compare that to the grids in their little pocket notebook and see. Yeah, see, this matches this B6. So just something to be aware of if you get one of these with the grid and it's a little bit darker. I think, based on kind of some information I've come across, that it was just maybe a fresh run or fresh ink, and that's why it's darker. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and order another one, just to see if it comes in light like this, because I would much prefer that. But this may be my new favorite notebook, the little B6, because of it's just a cool intermediate size. And again, let me stack these up. And I will put the A5 back next to it. So here you can see them compared to the pocket notebooks. And then I'll just slide her right in. So here's the A5 compared. Neat little size. And I will tell you this, after years of using this Moleskine XL, this thing feels ginormous now after using this B6 Plus. So I think it's time to retire the old Moleskine XL and move on to bigger and better things. I've also got the bullet journal, which make sure you're subscribed, because I'm always building new setups and spreads and layouts to share with you guys that help you stay organized and consistent. So I'm working on some new spread ideas for a bullet journal A5 size, and I'm sure I'll come up with some neat ideas for this B6 as well. So guys, I hope this helped. If you've been looking at these and kind of wondering about some of the differences, if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment below. If you haven't already, I've got a free guide that I just updated called Pocket Sized Productivity that teaches you for free how to use a pocket notebook to start journaling. And I've also got 3 new free giveaways that go with the free Pocket Sized Productivity. So now you get the ebook thing, but you also get the ultimate guide to journaling styles. You get 5 different templates that I've made that go inside these pocket notebooks to track your week. And I've also included 150 unique journaling prompts, all for free for you guys. So make sure you get that. It's a free tool just to help you guys get started journaling with a pocket notebook. And it allows me to notify you too when that new course is going to be ready. It's called the One Notebook Method. So thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.